Before starting a review on anything, let's discuss the current meta right now. As everyone watching may know, the current meta is sole focused on the flaming sensor. Through using the ardent sensor to empower the ad has triumphed every other role and carry potential. As a result, the game is focused upon to maximize an ADC's maximum potential in the late game. The ADC picks have also focused in this area. In order to aid in the ADC to scale well, here are the comps used in this meta. The best comp for the current meta: top tank, jungle tank, mid good AP, mid auto attack focused, AD support, ardent sensor focused support. In the current meta, how could a team focus more on the early to mid game? We has showed a different approach to the meta by destroying the ranged dealers. We completely dismantled the TSM bot duo completely. We revolutionized the meta with slow picks with a faster one of their own. Thresh and Blitzcrank seen as a carry-orientated pick from the side of Misfits. FW picking Renekton as an early to mid-game snowball pick against TSM. It is not an exaggeration to say, Group D has challenged the current meta. Group D second game, we versus TSM. How will we succeed ending the game early? 1. The superior lane advantage from we and a standard comp for Tsumway pulled out 3 picks that was not seen prior: Caitlyn, Jace, and Rumble. All these picks are early to mid-game focused with an advantage in small fights and skirmishes. It was almost certain from the picks that we was focused on a fast game, contrasting the late game carry potential of Mystic. Being on the red side, TSM could review the picks from we and counter pick accordingly. TSM's last pick was a safe AP mage pick, Rise. Not caring about changing up the current meta, we picked a comp that fit them and not the meta. The confidence to win with a non-meta comp, it was something seen a lot in the NA LCS. Before picking Rise, TSM did ponder on the LeBlanc pick. TSM needed a pick similar to LeBlanc. A pick that can match the early to mid-game pressure. Although LeBlanc doesn't necessarily beat Jace in lane, LeBlanc can skirmish well and also gank other lanes easily. Not necessarily LeBlanc, TSM needed a pick that could relieve the early game pressure of Jace. It was a regretful decision picking Rise after seeing the entire comp of Wii. Already having a late game comp against Wii, TSM should have picked an early to mid game pick like LeBlanc to not let their early game crumble as easily. Too easy to find Svenskeren in a comp focused on lane dominance. It is crucial to pinpoint where the jungler is located at all times. In order to allow your lanes to win, you need to avoid the ganks of the jungler. Wii's jungler always spotted where Svenskeren's Jarvan was. On the other hand, Svenskeren had to rotate the map without the know-how of where the Wii's jungler was. Kondi started blue side and cleared his jungle towards the bot side of the map. Although you can't pinpoint where a jungler may path, bot lane was the sole focus of this game because of its importance. Because Rumble could not get help from their jungler on the top side and preparing for the LV3 gank, Rumble decided to pull the lane instead of pushing /be gankable. Completing 3 jungle camps, Kondi pathed straight to the enemy's blue side jungle. Having all the lane pressure from the side of Wii, the path Kondi took was possible. Kondi found Svenskeren during this path. Even if Kondi didn't see Svenskeren on the blue side, they would know he would be at the red/top side of the jungle. Kondi, who grasped the movements of Svenskeren, followed Svenskeren like a shadow. The jungle movement from Svenskeren was as clear as a fire. Because the only camp left is the golem camp, Svenskeren's path was clear with ganking out of the option as his position is known. Even going into the mid-game, locating Svenskeren's location was an easy task. Focusing on the powerhouse of Wii, Kondi put his wards around the bot lane duo. Using the upsides of a dominate bot lane, we move around the map disregarding the enemy jungler. Using all the wards on one side of the jungle from the side of Wii, Svenskeren's location was easily predicted. In addition, Svenskeren was only able to cover the bullied TSM bot lane, leading to a rather non-creative movement around the map. Knowing where the enemy jungler is, Wii's lanes could easily continue to pressure. From the beginning, Wii's players worked together like a set of gears. 3. Bjergsen's lane crumbling down the baton was passed on to the laners. In order to make their picks flourish, we had to win the lane matchups perfectly. Mystic, as expected, punished Twitch by abusing Caitlyn's range and pushing power. If it were a strictly 2v2, TSM's bot lane would have given their tower in a mere 11 minutes into the game. The backbone for TSM being the best in the NA LCS was Bjergsen being robust in the mid lane. Whenever a team would go up against TSM, they needed to focus.